Blah, blah, blah. So we're back. We actually got back a week ago with COVID. So that was fun. No, it wasn't fun at all. Actually, it wasn't bad, and I'm bummed because we had managed to avoid it the entire last 3 years. So I'm bummed that our streak is over, but if I were to get it, this is the strain for sure that I would want, because it was basically just like a head cold. I mean, I got phlegm down in my lungs the last few days, and there were some aches and pains, but honestly, it wasn't that bad. I finally tested negative today, so I get to go back to work on Monday. So I've had to work from home all week, but I can't work from home because what I do is office specific. So thankfully, with my new job, it was not a big deal. My boss said, when you test negative, come on back in, and only if you feel up to it. So that was cool. So I tested negative today, this morning. First things, what I did was test, and then I was like, yeah, it's over. And so I jumped straight into a big old workout, and I'm thinking that wasn't a good idea. I do not feel very good right now. I don't feel horrible, but I definitely overdid it. So let's rewind, shall we? So I didn't do any formal exercise the entire trip, but we walked everywhere. And so it was, there was a couple of days we walked 10 miles just in one day. So I definitely got exercise in. I definitely burned calories, but there was no my formal at-home workouts. Everything is, muscle group specific. It's like a HIIT training kind of, but also cardio. So, and then got COVID. So then there was no exercise for 5 days. I started working out again on Thursday because I was feeling better. And I didn't push myself. I just did some at-home workouts, but not like I normally do. I normally do an hour and a half on a good day. So I was doing 45 minutes, but enough to get myself moving. And I took it easy on myself. I didn't do the full range of motion, and I was just, if it felt bad, I stopped. So, but yeah, today I went full bore and I really pushed myself. Also, just after the first 2 days when I wasn't pushing myself very much, after 2 weeks of no formal workouts, I was sore as hell. I am not used to being sore after workouts anymore, and I'm still like my glutes and my thighs sore. I was seriously sore, and I still am, pretty major. I'm not used to that. Anyway, I'm sore as hell, and I definitely overdid it today, so I know tomorrow's gonna be even worse. But I'm back in the swing of it. I had the best time, guys. I had the best time. This was probably the best vacation I've ever had. And I've had some pretty good vacations, so yeah. The concerts were amazing. So this thing happened. And I'm still as you can see, I'm still super, super giddy about it. Also, excuse this. This is I'm not looking my best, but that's okay because I don't care right now. So the tickets I got they were VIP tickets, which meant that they were good seats, but also that we had access to the sound check before the show, and we got like a signed poster and a coffee mug of all things, which was weird. But anyway, so the show in Manchester was Sunday. We got in officially on Friday morning. I'll talk more about the trip, I'm sure, later, but so we took the train into Manchester, got to the hotel, barely had enough time to like slap some makeup on my face and straighten my hair before we had to go to the sound check, because we wanted to get food first. So then we got food and went to the sound check. You guys, so we get in there, and they're, they come out and they're bantering with us and whatnot. And there's about 20, 25 people also had VIP tickets. So it was kind of intimate. And so we all just kind of, went to the stage, and we were watching them, and they were doing their sound check. They did a couple of songs. They weren't, they were really holding back. Like the lead singer, Joey, was barely singing because he wanted to save his voice for the concert, obviously. So it was a very low energy, which was fine. And he kept making a joke that he's like, are there any singers in here? And so then they did More Than Meets the Eye, and he started going around during the chorus. And so the first time he did it, I immediately started recording because I thought it was like so cool. He like went down to an audience member and put the microphone in their face. And so this was this little shy, timid girl, and she kind of like sang really low, and she sang the part of the chorus, and then it was so cool. And then he goes back, he sings a verse, and the next chorus comes up, and I see him, but he's like making eye contact with me, but not like really, like just for like 2 seconds. And then he starts to walk, like he does this fake out move, like he's gonna walk past me, and then immediately drops down to his knee in front of me and sticks the microphone in my face. You guys, I sang with Europe. I fulfilled a 35-year-long dream. My inner 14-year-old, like I'm gonna start crying right now. My inner 14-year-old was dying, because this was not something I ever thought, could imagine would ever happen in my whole entire life. And it lasted all of 10 seconds. But Joey he had them. I honestly, I don't remember a thing like right now. Like I was videoing the whole thing, but when he came at me, like I dropped my arm, so the whole footage is just of his crotch. And I don't remember a thing. Like I don't remember. I know he was like looking at me and smiling and encouraging me the whole time, but I don't remember a thing. Like I blacked out completely. Rob snapped a picture like right at the end, so there's like, I'll put it here, there's blurry photographic evidence that it happened, but I was so happy. So he did it like a couple more times. There was 4 times in total he had done it. And I filmed all of it. And then afterwards we ended up hanging out with this guy who had also sung, and it reminds me, I have to send him the video. It was too big to airdrop to him. Anyway, I sang with Europe, you guys. I sang with my favorite band in the whole entire world since I was 14 years old. And it was like we got done with the soundtrack, and they were like, okay, come back in a couple of hours for the show. And so we were like, okay, so we went back to our hotel. And I was like, honestly, even if we went back home right now and we never got to see the concert, this is I couldn't have asked for anything better right now. This is like, this is life. This is like, what is even happening? But then we went to the concert, and the concert was amazing. And it was just, oh, you guys. So totally worth it. I have zero regrets. I have zero regrets getting COVID. I have zero regrets. Like, this was 100% worth the trip. Even if we had gone home that night and only gone to England for like 3 days or however many days, that it 100% worth it. It was, I can't put it into words. It was just amazing. It's truly a dream come true. So, yeah. And then the second show was in London 3 days later. And that was amazing too. We did the sound check, but it was a different vibe that because of the way that the seats were, we had to sit in the seats that we were assigned, so we couldn't go up to the stage because the seats were like almost right, like the front row was like almost right on the stage. So it was a different vibe, but still amazing. And the show, actually, the second show had a better energy. The crowd was a lot more into it. Not that the first show was bad, but this particular show in London had a lot more energy. The crowd was more into it. Oops, sorry. My arm's getting tired. And it was just, it was amazing. It was amazing. You guys, I'm so glad we got to go. So glad. But then, when something that you've been looking forward to for so long is finally over, and then you go through like that depression. That's what's happening right now. And that's been happening for the last few days. Like, what do I have to look forward to now? I have invested so much excitement into this, looking forward to this trip for the last 9 months that so my husband doesn't understand. He's like, well, we're gonna go to Vegas in February, so we'll start planning that. And like, that is not the same. I don't know if I'm ever gonna see them in concert again, and that's I'm not focusing on that because that's counterproductive. Like, I got to go. I was able to go and see them and sing with them, and I need to focus on that and not the fact that it may never happen again, because it did happen. And a lot of people don't get the opportunity to go see their favorite band in a foreign country and have a great vacation. So I need to focus on that. But yeah, it was amazing. I'm so glad that and honestly, everything just worked out perfectly. I mean, other than getting COVID. I mean, the airplane over and the airplane home, we didn't have a third person in our 3-seat row. So we got to spread out. The flights were like turbulent free, even though they kept saying that we were going to go, like they rushed a couple of times. They were like, we're going to go into bad weather and turbulence, and it never happened. And since I'm a bad flyer, I was not looking forward to it, but it didn't happen. Everything was perfect. Like, I couldn't have asked for a better trip. It was honestly, other than getting sick, and Rob was sick towards the end. We didn't know it was COVID at the time. Everybody around us was just coughing, and so we were like, oh, we probably picked something up. That's fine. And I felt fine until we got home. So there was a couple of things he didn't do with me because they weren't important to him. The London Zoo I did on my own, and Book of Mormon I did on my own. And that was cool because I got out of my comfort zone, because y'all know how phobia and fear-tastic I am. But I went and I did the tube on my own, and I went to these places on my own, and I had fun on my own, and it was okay, and I loved it, and it was great, and that was kind of cool, getting out of my comfort zone and doing things that I wouldn't normally do by myself because I could. And it was great. It was, oh God, it was so good. So no formal exercise, no dieting for sure. Cadbury chocolates are the best thing in the whole entire world. And I eat a lot of them. But like I said, we walked everywhere. And so while I didn't have formal exercise, I was burning calories. So when we got home, I unofficially weighed in, and I had gained like 5 or 6 pounds. And I was like, okay, but also water weight. Also, I was supposed to get my period while we were there, and I still haven't gotten it. So, hello, menopause. Anyway, so I know that there was a lot of water weight and whatnot, and then COVID. So then there was like no exercise. I was a slug. Like I laid around a lot of the time, and unfortunately, I'm not one of those people that can't eat when they're sick, because if it's just like a head cold, I want to eat all the time. I want to, because I want to, it helps me breathe. Like if my nose is stuffed up, eating helps me feel like I can breathe better. I couldn't taste for like 3 days, and I couldn't smell, but I was still shoving food down my gullet because that's just how I roll. So I was worried for that, but I really don't think, and I wasn't tracking, which I think if I had tracked, I would realize I didn't eat as much as I thought I did. I was at the mercy of the fact that we didn't have any groceries in the house, no fresh produce, nothing. We had 1 apple left that was kind of okay. But we'd been gone a week, and the week prior to that, we didn't really buy groceries because we wanted to use up what we had. So we've been eating out of the pantry and the freezer for the last week. Today is the very first day that I tested negative. Rob's been testing negative for a while, but because I was testing positive, he still couldn't go into work, and then he didn't want to go out if he was still carrying because I had it. I don't know. Anyway, we didn't get grocery. We can't get delivery here in the sticks, so I don't think I ate as bad as I thought I did, but it just felt like, because I wasn't tracking and I was just like shoving food in my face hole. So either way, I weighed in this morning. It's a really long way around to say that today I weighed in. The last time I weighed in officially was a week prior to leaving for London, and then I weighed in at 140 pounds, and then I didn't weigh in officially until this morning. So then this morning I weighed in at 141.4. So in all of that, I only gained 1.5 pounds. I will take it. If you guys could see what I ate while we were in England, you'd be impressed too. So what that tells me is all the water weight dropped off once we got home, and all the damage that I thought I was doing, COVID eating, wasn't as bad as I thought it was. So, yay. I also had an aha moment, which was really weird. So, this relates to this story. I'm also going to sit here and tell you all about this trip. This video would be 1,000 hours long, and I'm not going to do that to you. But I have done a trip report on my blog that is partially done, so I'm going to link down below if you guys want to read it. It's got lots and lots and lots of pictures, but not my weight loss blog. It's my regular blog because it has nothing to do with weight loss. So you can check it out there. But so the day after I sang with Europe and everything was just, world was just perfect and birds were singing and there's just the world, I couldn't even be happier. We went back to London. We caught the train back to London the next day, and I made a decision on the train. I have been wanting to get a Europe tattoo for a really long time, and I know exactly what I wanted. I wanted the E, but not just the E, but like the scrubby looking one that they have, like the logo. I'll show you here. And I made a decision on the train that this was the perfect opportunity to do it. I had wanted it, but it's just getting around to doing it. And we're more of an occasion tattoo kind of people. So this was perfect. I was like, this literally, my love for this band could not get any higher than it is right now. So I think that I should just go, and we should see about getting the tattoo while we're here. We had seen in our travels days prior up and down Kilburn Street, we had seen a little tattoo shop. So we decided to walk up there and see if they could. It was late in the day at that point. We had traveled most of the day back to London, and so we didn't anticipate being able to get the tattoo that day. But they had an artist, so they were like, "You want it?" And I was like, "Hell yeah!" And so I got the tattoo. I got it on my ankle. But I tell you all this because Rob took a picture of me after it was done. and I was kind of half laying, half sitting up on the tattoo table and looking down at my ankle. And he sent it to me when we got back, and I was putting all my pictures up on Facebook, and I looked at it and I had like this weird, my body dysmorphia just went off the charts. Like I was like, and I looked at him and I said, I have to ask you an honest question. Do I look like this? Like, do I look this thin? Because my head is seriously f***ing with me right now. Like, seriously. Like, I don't even understand. And he looks at me and he looks at the picture. He's like, yeah, that's what you look like now. So here's the picture. And you guys, like, I know that I've lost weight. I know that I am wearing, like, those jeans that I'm wearing in that picture are a size 4. I know that I have lost a bunch of weight. And I know, but like I keep, like, when is it going to stop? When am I going to be happy? When am I going to see what I want to see? And I told him, I was like, if this is for reals, and he assured me that it was, like, then I think I'm done. Like, I keep saying that I want to lose 10 pounds, that I want to get down to 130 pounds, but if this is truly what I look like, then I think I'm done. Like, I don't know if I want to lose any more weight. So once I get back to where I was prior to going to England, weight-wise and fitness-wise, because it's going to take me a while to get my endurance back up, then I think I'm going to do maintenance. Like, it was such a, like, dude, it's such a mind, like, seriously, to look at that picture and be like, that's me? Like, when did that happen? And I'm not complaining. It is not easy to compute up here when you've been overweight your whole life. When you get to, it's just not. So I think 140 might be it. I think I might try maintenance for a while, and then if I decide that I want to go further, then I might. But honestly, I mean, all the pictures that we took, then that's the thing. We haven't gone anywhere for so long or done a whole lot. So I didn't have like a lot of full body pictures of myself until this trip. And then I'm looking at them all. I'm like, I think I'm done. I think I'm okay with how I look now. So I think I might be ready to hit maintenance. And that's scary as hell. Because I shouldn't be, because this week has told me that I don't think I'll be eating as horribly as my brain wants to tell me that I will during maintenance. And I'm still going to track, and I'm still going to try and keep myself in check. But my calories are going to go up, and my exercise is probably going to go down. I'm not going to do an hour and a half of cardio every day anymore, because I won't need to feel the need to burn all those calories. It's going to be a transition, and I'll work it out up here eventually when I get there, but it's kind of exciting. So yeah, lots and lots of things happened this trip. And yeah, it's so weird. It's so weird. It's so weird. But in a good way. Whew. So yeah, I gained 1.5 pounds total in the last 3 weeks. And I'm probably, once I get that off, I'm probably going to start maintenance. So if you want to know more about my trip, you can check the links below for my blog. I didn't really take a lot of video other than the concert, so I might put a different video together of the trip. I don't know. We'll see how ambitious I am. I'm excited to get back to work next week. So honestly, this past week when I was just laying around doing nothing should have been when I would do that kind of thing, but I was just so low energy. So it was like a head cold, but with like no energy whatsoever. So anyway, yeah. You guys like sang with Europe? Okay. you have liked any part of this video, my arm's getting tired, I've got to go. If you have liked any part of this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already, and thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys next time.